In the arid Judean desert, nestled within caves near the ancient settlement of Qumran, lay a treasure trove of history, the Dead Sea Scrolls. These ancient manuscripts, hidden away for centuries, were preserved by the dry climate and the isolation of the region. The discovery of these scrolls has been one of the most significant archaeological finds of the 20th century, shedding light on a period of history that was previously shrouded in mystery. This remarkable collection of manuscripts dating back to the Second Temple period, roughly 3rd century BCE to 1st century CE, has revolutionized our understanding of early Judaism and the origins of Christianity. The scrolls include some of the oldest known copies of biblical texts, providing a direct link to the religious practices and beliefs of ancient communities. The meticulous craftsmanship and the variety of texts found among the scrolls highlight the rich cultural and religious life of the time. Discovered between 1947 and 1956, these fragile scrolls, written primarily in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek, offer a glimpse into the religious and social world of the time. The initial discovery was made by Bedouin shepherds, who stumbled upon the first scrolls in a cave near Qumran. This accidental find sparked a series of excavations and research efforts that would uncover over 900 manuscripts in 11 different caves. The painstaking work of archaeologists and scholars has allowed us to piece together the history and significance of these ancient texts. The scrolls encompass a wide range of texts, including biblical manuscripts, commentaries, legal documents, and liturgical works. Among these are some of the earliest known versions of the Hebrew Bible, as well as texts that were not included in the canonical Bible. These writings provide a window into the diverse religious landscape of the time, revealing the theological debates and differing interpretations of sacred texts that existed within the Jewish community. They provide invaluable insights into the beliefs, practices, and controversies of various Jewish sects during a pivotal period in history. The scrolls reveal the existence of groups such as the Essenes, who are believed to have lived in the Qumran area and may have been responsible for the creation and preservation of many of the scrolls. The texts also shed light on the messianic expectations and apocalyptic visions that were prevalent during this era, offering a deeper understanding of the religious context in which Christianity emerged. Among the many intriguing figures mentioned in the Dead Sea Scrolls, one stands out for his enigmatic nature and theological significance: Melchizedek. This mysterious figure, who appears in both the Hebrew Bible and the Scrolls, is depicted as a priestly and kingly figure with a unique role in the divine plan. The references to Melchizedek in the Scrolls have sparked much scholarly debate and have contributed to our understanding of the complex religious ideas that were circulating during this formative period in history. Melchizedek, whose very name evokes an aura of mystery, appears briefly in the Hebrew Bible, leaving an indelible mark on subsequent religious thought. His name, often translated as King of Righteousness, hints at his character. He emerges in the book of Genesis during the account of Abraham's encounter with the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah. Melchizedek is identified as both King of Salem and Priest of God Most High. He blesses Abraham in the name of God and offers him bread and wine, signifying hospitality and spiritual nourishment. This enigmatic figure then disappears from the biblical narrative as abruptly as he appeared, leaving behind a trail of questions about his origins, his priesthood, and his significance in God's plan. The Genesis account portrays Melchizedek as a figure of immense spiritual authority. He blesses Abraham, the patriarch chosen by God to father a great nation, indicating his superior standing in the divine order. Moreover, Melchizedek's priesthood is presented as predating and surpassing the Levitical priesthood, the lineage of priests established through Moses. This point is further emphasized in Psalm 110, a messianic psalm traditionally attributed to King David. This psalm refers to the future Messiah as a priest forever, in the order of Melchizedek. This verse elevates Melchizedek to a typological figure, prefiguring the eternal priesthood of the Messiah. The Dead Sea Scrolls shed further light on the reverence with which some Jewish sects held Melchizedek. They mention him in several texts, most notably in the 11Q Melchizedek, a fragmentary manuscript discovered in Cave 11 at Qumran. This text, also known as the Melchizedek text or the Song of Melchizedek, presents a highly exalted view of Melchizedek, depicting him as a heavenly being and a messianic figure. Another scroll, the Community Rule, mentions the law of Melchizedek, suggesting that his priesthood served as a model for the community's own understanding of priestly authority. These references demonstrate that Melchizedek was not merely a shadowy figure from the distant past, but a potent symbol in the theological landscape of Second Temple Judaism. The heavenly high priest exalted status of Melchizedek. The Dead Sea Scrolls, particularly 11Q Melchizedek, portray Melchizedek as a celestial figure, a high priest in the heavenly realm. This text describes him as residing in the heights of heaven, where he intercedes on behalf of the righteous and executes judgment upon the wicked. Melchizedek's heavenly status is further emphasized by his association with the angels, who are said to accompany him in his divine mission. This exalted portrayal of Melchizedek likely reflects the beliefs of the Qumran community, who placed great emphasis on the cosmic struggle between good and evil, light and darkness. They saw in Melchizedek a powerful ally, a heavenly champion fighting on behalf of God's people. Melchizedek as judge delivering divine justice. The Dead Sea Scrolls depict Melchizedek not only as a heavenly priest, but also as a divine judge. 11Q Melchizedek describes him as presiding over a final judgment where he separates the righteous from the wicked and metes out punishment upon the transgressors. This judgment is depicted in vivid language, evoking images of cosmic upheaval and divine retribution. The emphasis on Melchizedek's role as judge likely reflects the Qumran community's yearning for justice in a world they perceived as corrupt and unjust. They believed that God would ultimately intervene to vindicate the righteous and punish the wicked, and they saw in Melchizedek the agent of that divine judgment. A messianic prototype, prefiguring the coming one. Throughout history, various texts and artifacts have hinted at the arrival of a significant figure, a savior who would bring about a new era. The Dead Sea Scrolls' portrayal of Melchizedek as a heavenly priest and judge contributed to his development as a messianic prototype. These ancient texts, discovered in the mid-20th century, have provided scholars with invaluable insights into the religious beliefs and expectations of ancient Jewish communities. Just as Melchizedek had blessed Abraham and delivered the righteous, so too would the Messiah bring blessings to Israel and execute judgment upon the nations. This parallel between Melchizedek and the anticipated Messiah underscores the deep-rooted hope for divine intervention and justice. This connection between Melchizedek and the Messiah is particularly evident in 11Q Melchizedek, which describes him as a forerunner to the Messianic age. The scrolls elaborate on Melchizedek's role, painting a vivid picture of a figure who would precede the ultimate savior, setting the stage for a transformative era. The text suggests that Melchizedek's appearance heralds a time of divine favor and restoration, when God's people will be liberated from their enemies and established in a kingdom of righteousness. This vision of a restored and righteous kingdom resonated deeply with those who longed for relief from their suffering and oppression. This messianic expectation likely resonated with the Qumran community, who eagerly awaited the arrival of a savior to deliver them from Roman oppression and usher in a new era of peace and prosperity. The community's writings reflect a profound yearning for a divine intervention that would bring about justice, peace, and a renewed covenant with God. Their anticipation was not just for a political liberator, but for a spiritual renewal that would transform their lives and their world. Unlocking ancient mysteries, the value of the scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls have provided invaluable insights into the development of Jewish religious thought during the Second Temple period. These ancient manuscripts, discovered in the mid-20th century, have revolutionized our understanding of the religious and cultural landscape of that era. They offer a rare glimpse into the diversity of beliefs and practices that existed among Jewish communities. They have illuminated the beliefs and practices of various Jewish sects, including the Qumran community, who produced and preserved these texts. The Qumran community, often associated with the Essenes, was a group that lived in relative isolation, dedicating themselves to religious study and ascetic practices. The scrolls they left behind are a testament to their unique worldview and their interpretations of Jewish law and prophecy. The scroll's portrayal of Melchizedek in particular has deepened our understanding of this enigmatic figure and his significance in Jewish tradition. Melchizedek, a figure mentioned briefly in the Hebrew Bible, is expanded upon in the Dead Sea Scrolls, revealing his role as a heavenly priest and a divine agent. This portrayal has significant implications for our understanding of Second Temple Judaism and its messianic expectations. The scrolls demonstrate that Melchizedek was not merely a shadowy figure from the distant past, but a potent symbol in the theological landscape of Second Temple Judaism. His depiction in the scrolls suggests that he was seen as a figure of immense spiritual authority, one who could mediate between the divine and human realms. This challenges previous assumptions about the uniformity of Jewish thought during this period. He represented an alternative priesthood, a heavenly intercessor, a divine judge, and a messianic prototype. The scrolls suggest that Melchizedek was envisioned as a leader who would bring about divine justice and restoration, a role that resonates with later Christian interpretations of messianic figures. This multifaceted portrayal underscores the complexity and richness of Jewish theological thought during the Second Temple period. The scrolls have allowed us to glimpse into the minds of those who saw in Melchizedek a figure of immense spiritual power and a harbinger of things to come. Through these ancient texts, we gain a deeper appreciation for the diversity and dynamism of Jewish religious life in antiquity. The Dead Sea Scrolls continue to be a source of fascination and scholarly inquiry, shedding light on the profound spiritual and theological currents that shaped the world of the Second Temple Jews. Continuing the quest ongoing research and debate. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls has sparked a wave of scholarly research and debate that continues to this day. Scholars are still grappling with the complexities of these ancient texts, seeking to unravel their mysteries and understand their full significance. The scroll's portrayal of Melchizedek, in particular, has generated much discussion and interpretation. Some scholars believe that the Qumran community's exalted view of Melchizedek reflects their belief in a two-Messiah theology, with Melchizedek representing a priestly Messiah who would prepare the way for a Davidic king. Others see in Melchizedek a more symbolic figure representing the ideal priest, or the embodiment of divine justice. So, Melchizedek, an enduring enigma. Melchizedek remains an enigmatic figure, even after the discoveries of the Dead Sea Scrolls. The scrolls have provided valuable insights into how he was perceived by certain Jewish groups during the Second Temple period, but they have also raised new questions about his origins, his nature, and his role in God's plan. What is clear is that Melchizedek's legacy has endured through the centuries, his name whispered in reverence by those who see in him a symbol of spiritual authority, divine judgment, and messianic hope. The Dead Sea Scrolls, by offering us a glimpse into the religious imagination of our ancestors, have enriched our understanding of this enigmatic figure and the enduring power of his legacy. Thanks for watching, and God bless you all, my friends.